So I'm going to walk you guys through just the basic controls of the van at this stage of the game. We'll start kind of with the solar, right? Because that's kind of the start of the show. That's what allows this van to become off-grid. So right now, if you look at the display, it's telling you that the batteries are 99.9% full. We're running the auxiliary lighting and some other small things in here right now. So according to this, right, we still have 240 hours of operation just based on what the van's running right now. If it were the sun were out, which it's not at this point, it's dusk. If we just had the lights and some other small things running, the van in theory could run forever and never run out of juice. I'll walk you guys through. There is actually a little app for this that you can download on your phone. We'll have you do it before you go, and it'll tell you all this information right from your phone so long as you're within range of the vehicle. So that's a nice little feature. So the other stuff that's on there, unless you want to geek out, you can take a look at it if you want. It'll tell you how many amp hours you're using, how many watts, stuff like that. Feel free to just hit the up and down arrows, right? That'll cycle through all those things. The main battery's in the back, the starter battery, but don't hit the setup or select or any of those buttons because that'll mess with the settings a little bit. But that's a nice little feature. Some of the things in the van run off of DC, so the lighting, some other things run off DC, which is how it comes directly from the solar panels. If you want to operate the stove, the hot water heater, or the fridge, though, we've got to convert some of that into alternating current. So the switch here is labeled inverter. So hit the on button, let it cycle for a second. You'll hear a little buzz or a beep. Eventually this light will turn green, and that's how you know that the inverter's working and it's good to go. All right, so right now that means that the inverter's on, and just to kind of tie everything together here, right? So I turn the inverter on, so you'll notice that my number of hours of operation is dropping. Okay, we can look at how many watts we're using right now. So if I flip this switch up to the on position, right, you'll notice that the fridge kicked on. It drew a lot to start, and it's running a little bit in the background. The nice thing about the fridge is it doesn't really draw a lot. So really, so long as you have the van parked somewhere where you're getting some daylight, the fridge can run forever, and you don't have to worry about running out of electricity. The highest draw for sure is the hot water heater. So that'll skyrocket as soon as I flip that on. So what I would recommend, the hot water tank is insulated. So during the middle of the day when it's sunny, if you want to turn that on, heat the water. It'll stay warm in the tank for a little bit. At night when the sun goes down, you can flip this on for a minute just to give it another little zap of heat, and then just switch it off, take your shower, and you're good to go. The stove is the second highest draw. So when I turn this one on, that'll make it so that the induction cooktop is ready to go, and I'll walk you through that in another video. It's not a bad idea, by the way, if you're going to run the hot water heater, just so you're not sucking a ridiculous amount of energy at one time, you can just shut the fridge off while you're running the hot water heater. The fridge obviously is insulated and it'll stay cool for hours, even with it off. So that's what I would do. Turn the fridge off, get your hot water running, and then once you're good to go with your hot water, you can turn the fridge back on, and that'll maximize how many hours of energy you'll be able to run with. So just me flicking that stuff on and off, right, we're down a little over 1%, but you guys get the idea. So that's the fridge, that's everything. When you're good to go, just switch the inverter back off again.